Only it's the last 5 overs. You got to pick up the pace. You got to go for the big hits. You've got 6 wickets in hand. Should be eyeing at least 150. And I reckon 180 also on this board. On this kind of a wicket might be under par.
Driven nicely, but won't beat mid-off. So again, just dealing in singles so far. 2 balls left of Karen Casey's spell.
So the outfield is pretty quick. There is a lot of support for the batters. You can bat well on this wicket. Something that I've heard is the player who plays on the merit is supported on such a surface.
Yeah, it's both the batting and the bowling track. It's a fine track they put together here. That's put away, but not much bat on it. Just dribbles forward of square. Justin Woodard, the curator here at Ting Kwong Road Recreation Ground, is putting together all the pitches. You can see new pitch across to the right of screen. Slightly used pitch to the left. We'll be rotating through those 3 pitches over the 4 days.
And the 100 is also up with that single. Final delivery of the over.
There it is. Karen Casey to bowl out. Currently 1 for 29. Yorker length driven. They'll take another single down to the Argyle Street. And so end of the over. 5 singles coming from it. The 100 coming up. That over for Qatar after 16. 101 for 4. As well, just the 4 overs left. Hitting hard, but picking out the field at the moment in the deep.
Just another single there. What does the skipper do here, Aaron?
Well, he's going to have to start swinging just there, just over the top of the back.
Yard circle. Hong Kong men's T20I series. India Club proudly presents.
Very thank you to the India Club here in Hong Kong. Again, picks out the fielder at long on for a single. I think that was the first boundary since this partnership came together. And there was a 4 back in the 12th over. And then after that, Justin fell. He was the one that hit that 4. Again, pulling hard, but picking out the fielders in the deep. They've got good coverage, deep square leg, deep mid-wicket, long on, long off, and a deep point. Back past the bowler, gone straight. He's going to pick the gap between long on and long off this time. Nicely played, hit hard. And Ari not able to get a hand on it.
That was a pretty good shot there. Kramula got in position pretty early. And that was smoked. There was no chance for the 2 fielders. Couple of boundaries in the over. Pushing that feet on the accelerator.
Faster one from Ari. It'll be dotted out. Good over though, with 2 boundaries. 11 runs coming in the 17th. As Qatar moved to a 1-12.
We saw some assault from Shahzeb. But after that, no other batter looked really comfortable. Kramula has got the runs, but has also played out 50 deliveries. So that's almost 8.2 overs. And you've only managed to get 40. Towards a fielder at that backward point.
Because Roberto, again, he was just explaining out in the deep, had a bit of a laugh. He was not sure how that one missed. He knew that it was gone if it hit. Risky single. They've taken it.
Well, someone in the international cricket world, those fielders, if you hit towards them, the direct hit is from Australia.
Oh, going big. Has he got enough on it? Stand and deliver stuff. Certainly has, all the way and up over the top for a maximum.
Looks like Ikramullah has heard from the com box with that half a dozen coming in. That was a good shot. 35 of 32. Now the partnership.
He's really motored. He was 36 off 45 or something. Now he's 49 off 51. Trying to get that strike rate up over 100. That's a nice way to do it through cow corner. What's the comeback delivery from Yadav? And flicked in the air. Picked a gap through mid-wicket this time. I think that's one bounce for 4. That's the 50 up for the captain. The new captain for Qatar, Ikramullah, picks up his maiden half century as captain.
It has been a good knock. 53 or 52, just over that 100 is the strike rate. 5 fours, a couple of sixes. And the captain arrives with the half century. Much needed for the side as well.
Yeah, he's got 53. The rest have got 70 as Qatar moves to 1, 2, 3, 4, 4.
And out of the 70, 31 by Shahzad.
Oh, running on the arm again, decides not to pull the trigger. So gets through for 1.
This time there was no throw on offer. 124. Can they get that 150 mark? It's another 26 runs from here. Very gettable.
That was clever cricket from Sampal Kami because he knew he could have a shy. There was a 50-50 chance he might have got the wicket, but there was nobody on the leg side. It would have been definite overthrows, at least one. Sometimes not throwing is the wiser decision. Big runs already this over. Another dab again to Sampal. He's going to have a shy this time as the bowler comes around to back up. That's what I was talking about. He threw that one so fast that it's made it all the way to the cow corner boundary. They had protection out there.
The outfield, pretty quick. Some good work done there by the groundsmen. Got to credit them. As you mentioned, the pitch curator. Making a very supportive wicket. You've got purchase for both the batter and the bowler.
It does look like a very good batting track. We'll see how Nepal navigates it when they come out to bat. And that's taken the stumps. He's been castled straight through. That's the end of Ikramullah. Gets his half century out for 54. Qatar lose their 5th on 125.
Yeah. You swing and miss. I hit, says the bowler. Top of the middle stump. Something the bowling coach tell you is hit the top of that off and middle. The 5th wicket down. Well, he had to do that. Had to go for the big hits.
It's a good delivery from Yadav. Got it to straighten right onto that middle stump, just at the top, as you said. Good knock comes to an end, though, as Qatar lose their 5th. And their top scorer is now back in the sheds. To the crease at number 7. He's at the non-strikers end. A big swing and a miss there as well from Ajib.
Another straighter delivery. Good length is what he's been picking at.
Faster one.
We saw Dipinder appealing for that one.
Yeah. Odd.
No, probably he felt that it was hitting the pad first. And as a bowler, you want to appeal for everything, don't you?
That's true. It is the penultimate over. There's only 10 legal deliveries remaining. The new batter. Tough time to come out for Ershad. facing Pender Idri. He's yet to get a wicket. He'd loved one. Oh, and he almost gets one with his first one.
अहिले बोल्दा 8 बजे छ के
It brought him up for Tim Davis.
Who will win today? Get expert predictions, stats, and analysis before the match starts. Visit Stykes Sports.
It brought him up for Tim Davis.
Who will win today? Get expert predictions, stats, and analysis before the match starts.
Some lucky runs here for Mujib. He will not mind that. And even Qatar will not have any minding on that one. Another boundary. 144 on the board. Just 6 away from that 150.
They're a chance.
Sompal, who bowled so well this over, changing the figures a little bit.
It's always the tough duty, and he's bowling it from the Argyle Street end, which is not usually the end you bowl your 20th. It's just how you start. I'll take one leg by here, looks like. Is it a bit of bat? So, yes, it is. So it's a single that does bring Ershad back. 145. Are we going to see a maximum push the score up to 150?
Well, Irshad has to go for the big hit.
He's got the short boundary over the top of Sompol's head. He can attack that as Sompol comes in to finish off the bowling innings. He does attack it. It's up, it's up, it's up, it's gone! And the 150 up for Qatar. They get the maximum off the final delivery.
What a cameo this has been for Mirshad, getting 18 of 7. And that last over, getting the bulk of the runs. That 150 has been achieved with that biggie.
That's a good score for Qatar. They've managed to put about 90 runs in the final 10 overs. And they go into the innings break, 151 for 5. As we'll run through the batting and bowling cards if we can. But I just wanted to mention one thing, Hamid. The bowling from Nepal, 5 extras, 1 no ball, 4 leg byes. No wides. That's impressive in T20. That's really bowling your lines, and probably, you know, could have kept down another 10, 15 runs and a no ball here and there, free hits. So it was a tidy bowling effort, just the 5 wickets falling.
That's where the quality...
It brought him up for Tim David.
Formal registration in 1967. Initially focused on Indian community, we have embraced a diverse membership that reflects the multicultural fabric of Hong Kong. Membership at the club is open to all nationalities. We believe sports brings peoples together. We have 2 international tennis courts, and then we have 1 badminton court. We have a gym, we have function rooms, and a restaurant serving delicious ethnic Indian food. Cricket has found a new home in India Club. In the last 4 years, we have grown from 1 net to 6 nets, and we are the only club in Hong Kong to have 6 cricket nets, of which 2 nets are with actual turf.
Actually, we started our club in 2020. That time we have only 1 junior team and 1 senior team. We have now 11 junior teams. We have Saturday League 2 senior teams, and Sunday League also we got it last year. And we have a women's team we are also getting from last 2 years. So we're doing well, and we are just improving day by day, and that's our plan is to get more teams in junior league and senior league as well.
It brought him up for Tim David.
Who will win today? Get expert predictions, stats, and analysis before the match starts. Visit Stykes Sports.
It brought him up for Tim David.
Who will win today? Get expert predictions, stats, and analysis before the match starts. Visit Stykes Sports.
It brought him up for Tim David.
Who will win today? Get expert predictions, stats, and analysis before the match starts. Visit Stykes Sports.
It brought him up for Tim David.
Who will win today? Get expert predictions, stats, and analysis before the match starts. Visit Stykes Sports.
brought him up for Tim David.
Who will win today? Get expert predictions, stats, and analysis before the match starts. Visit Stykes Sports.
Innings breakdown here, Aaron Bush with you for the game one of the Cricket Hong Kong China 2025 T20I series, proudly supported by India Club, with Qatar being sent into bat, putting on a good score, 151 in the end, just getting up over that 150 mark in the final over. So 152 required for Nepal, and they're out in the middle. They're ready to go. They want to get a win in game one, as does this brand new looking Qatar side, just 3 players who appeared in the Golf Championship back in December, coming across to Hong Kong. So a new side putting on some runs to start with. Now need to do the job with ball in hand. They can open from the Victoria Harbour end as well. It tends not to be the best decision, as Nepal found out. You don't want to be bowling the 20th over from the Argyle Street end, but both teams deciding, at least in game one, you certainly won't see Hong Kong China this afternoon opening the bowling from the softball ground end. Welcome back to Human with the innings break done. What did you think about that Qatar batting innings to start with?
Well, I reckon they are at least 20 runs short. 170 could have been a good score. But again, if you bowl well in the power play, pick up early wickets, you might trouble Nepal as well. 2 openers got Kushal alongside the wicketkeeper batter Asif. And Jabber with the new ball starts off with that wayward length, sliding down the leg. First runs on the board, a wide.
first wide of the day. We talked about it in that first innings. Very tidy from Nepal. No wides, just leg buys and a no ball, one overstep.
Yeah, we've got Kushal. He's a very good batter. Oh, that will not only be a wide, but it will be 4 wides. Not a good start for Jobber. 5 runs, 6 on the board already.
We've seen no wides in the first innings. We've not had a legal delivery. That just, I don't know if it hit a crack or what, but that took off. And now 6 runs on the board, and we still have yet to legally start the innings.
And Jobber under pressure. No delivery being bowled. And now the target remaining is 146 with a full quota of 120 deliveries. Another wide. Aaron?
Well, not the start that Qatar wanted. The quick, just spraying him down leg on a regular basis here. One of the 3 that are in the side from that previous tournament. Jabir. Getting good movement off the seam. He's just going the wrong way. So either he needs to start it a bit further outside off or get it to nip away from Bertel, because at the moment...
हजुर ल रुक्नु है
Still illegal deliveries. Wides upon wides. 8 on the board already.
If you look down the bottom left-hand side of the screen, it's got the current run rate for Nepal, and it's current run rate of infinity. I don't think I've ever seen that on a screen before, but there you can see their team, your team, current run rate of infinity. They've got 8 runs, no legal deliveries, and already got past the run rate required of 7.2. What can Jabir do this time? He needs to get it on a better line. That's much better. He's got the in-swing as well. Starting outside, well outside. He's had to adjust to the point where he's almost lining up with the inner tram line, the blue line, which marks the wide, and then getting it to move back in. On the T20I rankings, of course, Nepal top seeded here for the quadrangular, Qatar 4th. He's got his line right. He's looking much better here. It'll be a tough task for this new look Qatar side. With the bat, they looked up to the challenge and now need to do it with the ball. A couple of dots after that string of wides to start with. Now the current run rate's just 24. No longer infinity. A little shuffle down says, thank you very much to the short one. That could be a maximum. Yes, all the way. Kushal Bertel gets his first runs. Starts backward of square. Over the ropes for 6. See a little shuffle across. Picks it up outside off. Pivots on it beautifully. No protection. Backward of square in the deep. So doesn't matter if they did. That was going all the way. And it's gone all the way out of the ground. Second time today. Umpire John Prakash. Third umpire comes out, offers a couple of new balls to umpire Venkatesh. He heads back off. This is a big over already. Still 3 legal deliveries remaining, 14 on it. Nepal not messing about. 18 extras, sticks off the bat. Kushal Bertel. Couple of dots, and then gets the ball he wanted. Too short from Jabir. That was fast, getting through. Back to dots. 2 balls left. What's going to be a long over. Minimum of a 10 ball over for Jabir. A lot of energy being used.
14 on the board already. And well, that current run rate has now come up to 21, not the infinity.
Yeah. Still laughing at that infinity. Yes. At least it's been a much better line since those wides from Jabir.
Oh, good shot. Look at that. That was absolutely creamed away. Just a little width and another boundary. First the 6, then the 4. That's Kushal Mala for you.
Second, that one came off the bat. Jabir's turned around and had a bit of an argument with his captain. He's saying, why don't I have somebody in that position? Well, Kushal Berthel's good enough to find the gap, so they're packing up that offside now with some extra players. But the width was there, and Kushal took full advantage. 10 off 5.
Final delivery of the first over. And that will be a dot delivery. So 1 over done. It's 18 without a loss.
Big 10 ball over from Jabir. An expensive one. 10 off the bat. 8 extras. Saw a maximum and a 4. There hasn't even been a single one.
It's another very technically solid batter. The wicket keeper from Nepal has had a good outing as well. The Nepal Premier League has been getting runs for them consistently. And someone that you'd want to have in your side. A young batter.
I don't remember, but I don't think Asif came last year. He's here this year. Bipin Kumar to bowl number 2 from the Argyle Street end. First over from the Argyle Street end. I was talking earlier as we came out of the innings break about where you start your bowling at Ting Kwong Road. This is the end you usually start. First over, we'll see Ayush Shukla for Hong Kong China. He'll bowl from this end, which means the 20th over is not the danger end. Both sides today in game 1, starting from the Victoria Harbour end though.
And Asif gets off the mark with that single towards the deep third. Jabir has been busy, man, already. A long over and then the fall. The ball following him. I beg your pardon.
Be exhausted after his first over. Yes, if it does go the full 20 and they need runs in that final 20th over here, Nepal, of course they'll have that short Argyle Street boundary to attack. And Kushal Bertel, who has only scored in boundaries so far, back on strike.
Another confident looking shot, but straight towards our mid-off. That'll be a dot delivery.
Yeah, no runs, but it sounded nice off the bat. He's picked that one off middle, driven it along the ground to mid-off.
Yeah, that was a good shot. Pretty good striking as well. And Kushal is looking good touch. A 6 and a 4 already. And a shot of authority. Has been worked away. And that will be another boundary. Keep those runs flowing in. Kushal, he will not mind that length at all.
I was just thinking before that stroke, I only got 2 outside the circle, and it's a deep third fine leg traditional, but it's nobody through mid-wicket or long on. He's taken a full advantage. They don't even have a mid-wicket in place now. Ball chasing from Qatar as they put the deep square leg in place, and that will bring fine leg inside the circle.
Easy pickings here for a batter like Kushal. It's going to be another single. A quick one.
Soft hands from Kushal to get his first non-boundary. Rotate the strike back to Asif Sheikh.
Kushal Bertel. It's been looking good. It's got 15 of 9. That's going to be a dot delivery.
And a positive start here for Nepal. not being troubled by the bowlers at all. As he said earlier, they're a team that likes to chase, which is sometimes rare in associate cricket, especially. They like to put the runs on and try to defend.
Probably, Aaron, it could be a strategy as well. You want to get the run rate up. You want to chase it down as soon as possible. Now it's going to be wide. And not only is it going to be wide, it's going to be 4 wides. And not a very good outing for the wicketkeeper. Shahzeb, who batted well, but behind the gloves, that's been very ordinary work.
It's not getting a lot of love from his bowlers either, and keep yeeting it down the leg side on him. Second time in the innings. 10 runs coming from 2 wide deliveries. Doesn't help when you're only defending 151.
And a dot ball to end the over. 2 overs done, 29 for no loss.
Another big over in the books.
Brought him up for Tim David.
A chat to their leading bowlers, Sampul Kami and Karen KC, just to know what the ball's doing off this pitch. Not a lot. We did see Jabir get one to spike off the seam and run down the leg side. Mostly, it's a pretty even pitch, and Jabir's only going to bowl the one from the Victoria Harbour end, with Ershad to bowl over number 3.
Another change in bowling. We saw that in the first innings as well. Just had that 1 over of Karan KC alongside Sompal. Then the 3rd over, we saw a change in bowling.
They put Yadav on and then brought Karen back, and then they put Yadav down the other end. And the opening bats for Qatar didn't really know what's going on. So they're trying to duplicate that here.
Good shot. Straight bat. Has it sailed? Yes, it has. Straight onto that side screen. A half a dozen. And Kushal, he's in no mood to spare the bowlers.
Look at this for a stroke. Longer boundary. Back over the top of the umpire's head. Just eased it into the side screen. For another boundary. I think he's in a hurry here, Kushal Birtle. Away for 6. This is back live.
This time heaves it away. And that will be another boundary. First the 6, then the 4. He is in a hurry to finish this game.
Anything the Qatar bowlers can do at the moment. Kushal Birtle dealing extra cover, 1 bounce. Probably the longest boundary from where he's batting. So 1 bounce over the rope for 4. He is already up to a quarter century.
Quarter century. That's interesting.
I like my numbers. Quarter century, 3/4 century if you get to 75. Everything's a milestone. You try hard enough. Quarter century off 11 balls for Kushal Birtle.
Yeah, he's in a mood of a cameo. Using the power play. That's what he's been known for, Kushal Birtle. Now there's a little change in that field spread as well. You got deep point alongside a long off, a wide long off. And once that single. It was a good throw, direct hit.
There's Ganesh there, but good running between these two, safely home. I think that's the first direct hit we've seen today. Plenty of shies from Nepal in the field, but it's a middle stump, but Birtle with his soft hand safely home.
They got 40 already on the board in just 2.3 overs.
Asif Sheikh's only faced 3 deliveries. He's just been watching the fireworks.
From the other end.
From the other end. Now he's on strike.
Oh, that's a good shot. Asif joins the party. Just got to wait for the signal from the umpire. It's a half a dozen. Well, he says if Kushal can, I can do so.
Absolutely. He's been watching what the pitch does for 2 of the 2.5 overs. Gets this one. Picks it up outside off, pretty much like Kushal Birtle did as well. Just went a bit further forward of square this time. All the way for 6. Boundaries galore to start with for Nepal. They could get the half century in this third over. 46 already.
Surely on the cards. That's a good delivery. Good comeback from the bowler, shaping that away. Good carry towards the keeper as well.
3 4s, 3 6s so far in this opening pair. We're not even outside of the third over.
Eventful one, 17 coming off it after 3.
Crucial Birdle, 46 on the board with 3 overs still remaining of the power play.
The way they've been cruising, I reckon 12 to 15 overs is when they will get to that run chase. You got to get wickets here. Desperate search of wicket.
Almost got the run rate required down to a runner ball. 106 off 102 now. Current run rate of 17.25. We're talking in that first innings about the score off this pitch. Nepal showing what it can give, especially batting second, getting away from that early morning swinging ball.
Well, the afternoon game, I'm sure is going to be a heck of a match.
Fireworks in game 2. Q8 versus Hong Kong, China.
Another good looking shot. Scoreboard. Now towards 47. I like the batting order as well of Nepal. So many good batters in that lineup. Can bat up till that number 10 position.
Yeah, it's important. They can lose early wickets and they can still punish it because that middle order is very strong.
It's going to be a wide, sliding down the leg. The wides have been a big issue here for the Qatar bowlers. First innings, we saw no wides at all. And the second innings, the first over started with a galore of wides. Another one here being bowled by Bipin Kumar.
Wides have now scored double of what Sake scored, 14 wides because of the courtesy of those 2 5s. Ashraf Sheikh on strike on 7.
Oh, good shot. Very, very good shot. And that is another half a dozen. 50 up in some style for Nepal in just 3.2 overs.
Outrageous from the Paul. They're going big. They're happy to go aerial, get it in the slot. Short boundary. Always the danger bowling from the Argyle Street end and gets the treatment through long off. It's that 4th maximum of the day.
Well, this has been very ordinary bowling as well from Qatar. There's been no change-ups. There's no slip in cotton. You're not trying to bowl in the good areas. And Asif moves on to 13. Here comes the third delivery. Has been cut away. There's a fielder there in the deep. Jabber does well. That'll be a single.
That was not far away from carrying to the backward point. Sort of fly gully position there. Maybe a metre to the left of the fielder. It was aerial again. Not a chance. Didn't go anywhere near getting in the hands, but like I say, just maybe a metre to the left.
Just trying to just slice that away. $55. 97 now of 99, the requirement. That's in the air again, wide of that fielder. Excellent fielding there. It is Mujib. He's done really well. Saving certain runs for his side. A mere dot delivery. 9 runs of the first 4. Here comes the bowler. That's a good shot. And that will be another boundary. Kushal, he is in a hurry in this run chase. What a good shot. Dancing down the track. And the bowler just getting out of the way. Aaron. Aggressive.
Already into the 30s. Straight over to the world. It is in a hurry, and it's fun to watch. I'm enjoying it. Watching live. I'm sure the fans around the world for Nepal. There's a few down here in the tents already, and I'm sure there's plenty online watching back in Kathmandu. If you are, good morning to you. Early start, of course, in Nepal. Earlier start in Qatar.
Yeah, but I'm sure the Nepal fans will be up and watching and supporting this side. 4 overs done, 59 for no loss.
What is the current time in Qatar at the moment? I assume it's the same as Q1. Times started 3 a.m. That's an early start for the for the toss at 1 p.m.
Yeah, the last time I did the toss for Hong Kong versus Kuwait, the captain was in Zakat.
Recently, well, last year, having a change in captaincy. What was this year, perhaps? Lots happened in cricket.
I think it was the early of this year. Another quick single there stolen. Now that's a coordination that these two have. It's just been a gentle tap and that quick single. They know how to play around with the field, how to play with the mind of the bowler.
It's the soft hands. They've got everyone set back on the circle, really no catching positions because they're trying to protect for the boundaries. Of course, that just leaves gap hands. And they can take the easy single, find the boundary when they want it as well. Now they're pushing point back to a forward cover point region out on the circle with a long on as well, bringing square leg in.
That's been pulled. That is a half a dozen. That is out of the park. Has it hit? Oh, just
that hit the building.
That hit the balcony.
That's the first time I've seen that balcony hit. That's massive. I don't know if it smashed it. It's a glass balcony. Hopefully it got the metal part of it. That's gone. What is that? About 5 stories up. And that it looks close, but there's a big gap over the fence.
That was huge. Look at that.
Up into that 4th tier there of the apartment building.
Sure, you don't want to have a house near the cricket ground.
I think the assistant coach for Cricket Hong Kong China lives over in that apartment block. Hope it wasn't his balcony. Wow, that was big.
That was a huge 6. What a shot. That was the 5th floor?
Yeah, looks like it. Counting from here, it might even be higher because the building's a bit lower than us after this ground. We might sit about the 2nd story up on that apartment complex, and it's gone 3 or 4 stories up over the top of that. Look at that partnership. What a way to start. Still haven't got outside the power play.
Well, 67 of 27.
Still 9 legal deliveries. Even the captain, Ikram Mullah, being punished.
And a change of angle as well for him. It's come around the wicket now. Again, he's pulled it. And the result is seen this time. Whose balcony has he got? Oh, just missed.
Hey, that one didn't carry. That one wasn't as big, but it wasn't big enough to go out of the ground. Third umpire John Prakash back out onto the field. He's been busy in this innings. Another ball required.
Back-to-back big hits. What a shot. Look at that hit. Asif Sheikh is on a roll at the moment.
It's like his bat is about 3 bats wide. It's just come straight out of the middle. Cluttered into the apartment building. They're getting peppered early on. It's going to be one of those series perhaps here in Hong Kong, Ting Kwong Road Recreation Ground. Giving up the 6s. 73 on the board.
It's a lovely apartment though.
Oh, they're very expensive.
I'm sure.
Yeah, I hope that's what I'm saying. I hope we didn't break the balcony glass because they're quite pricey. I'd love to live there. You get to sit there, watch cricket all day. Be beautiful. I just can't afford it.
Well, one day.
Well, one day.
One day.
A commentator can dream. They're putting a deep square leg back. I'm not sure what he's going to do apart from watch the ball sail over his head at the moment. Back-to-back 6s for Asif. Vikram in again.
Well, this time the inside edge. They'll get a single though. They will not mind a single at the moment. 74 on the board.
Oh, an outrageous start. Nepal flexing their muscles early. The opening pair of Asif Sheikh and Kushal Birdle. With those back-to-back 6s, all of a sudden, Asif's almost caught up to Kushal. Plays 6 less deliveries, but he's up to 27. He's at the non-strikers end now. Kushal to finish off the 5th.
15 of this over already. Final delivery. Again, this time pulled by Kushal. And that is another half a dozen. Third one in the over.
Well, that one didn't leave the ground. Kushal Birdle trying to follow Asif Sheikh and gets the maximum. Wow, there's some big hitting.
These both batters are in a race with each other. Look at that shot. Flawless. 80 on the board in just 5 overs. What an eventful power play, Aaron.
Wow. I'm not sure I've called a game that's scored 80 in 5. But we have today.
Brought him up for Tim David.
He gets bailed out. Both these batters looking really dangerous. Kushal, 38 of 18. Asif's got 28 of 12.
We saw at the beginning of the innings, the run rate was infinity. It's not far from it at the moment. 16. Current run rate off 5 overs to get to 80. Wow, what a start. 72 off 90 now. They're already over the halfway mark of this run chase. Then over to spare. So pace off with Majib into the attack. And he's going to start with a nice dot. Asif just gets a sighter. We didn't see a great lot of spin from Irie. Just having to use the pace and the change up and floating. Onto the pads. A backward square. Went straight to him. If it hadn't, it would have been 4.
Another good delivery there. And good field placement as well. Last over of the power play can be challenging for a spinner, especially with the way these two batters are batting.
And good first few deliveries. They're going to get a single this time as it just eases out to long on. I'm glad they went to a change of pace, one, because I feel like our broadcast area was going to be in a lot of danger the way they were going through square leg in that previous over.
Yeah, I was about to mention that.
We could still be in trouble. Straight through! Castle! What a delivery! Woodjib gets the breakthrough. Kushal Birdle out for 38. Nepal lose their first on 81.
Well, that was a super of a delivery. Brilliantly bowled, quicker through the air. And gets the big man, Kushal Birdle. He walks back. And look at that replay once again. Got the nip from the wicket. And straight through the gates. See you later, says the bowler.
What a peach of a delivery from Majib, getting it to straighten and taking middle and off. And the opening partnership is broken. And it doesn't mean the danger is ended for Qatar. And this big Nepal batting lineup, the captain coming to the crease. at number 3.
Rohit Paudel, the youngest debutant in an ODI, aged 15 years old against USA.
He was also one of the youngest captains when he was finally anointed. Became last year as well. Had a chat to him. It's hard to believe. He's been playing cricket for more than half a decade now. He's still so young.
He's just 22.
Exactly. 7 years since his debut. For a lot of cricketers, that's an entire career.
Especially with this kind of a T20 era that's been taking a lot of toll on players, a lot of cricket happening, got a lot of leagues around the globe, a lot of franchise cricket. And the slip also comes in. That's interesting to watch.
A little bit of pressure on Rohit. 2 balls left of the power play.
He's captain cool. I don't think he's going to soak in pressure, especially with 81 on the board. Been just inside of the power play.
It'll be a big wicket if they can get him early. He gets set, and he could easily finish this off with just 71 more runs required.
Well, they've got a lot of batters.
Majib so far.
A very silent over for a change. Eventful 5 overs.
Yeah, first 5 going at 16s. This one's gone for 1 plus a wicket. 1 ball left of the power play, and Majib's first. And it is going to dot out. What an over that was to round out the power play. Getting a wicket, just a single coming from it. Nepal, 81 for 1 after 6.
That's a very tidy over. Mujib getting that big wicket as well. Of course, the spinners, you surely have support from that deck. Another change in bowling.
Kari into the attack. Looks like going to go spin from both ends, which is wise. The quicks were getting absolutely belted in all corners of the ground. And then Jeeb came in, slowed things down, found the first wicket. So now Bakari to bowl for Victoria Harbour end.
.71 of 84.
Enough, really, in a 50 over match. Nepal with 9 wickets in hand. Qatar bowlers are going to have to tighten this up, find some wickets before the drinks break. Bakari starts outside off, over the top, peel for an under edge to the keeper. wait a little bit on this one. Gets one outside off. Straight to point. Bobble field. They put the pressure on. Could have been a chance, but good running.
Just another quick single. And Rohit wants that once. He's more than happy with that one.
Calls a catch and it's in the air. Ganesh getting underneath it. Takes the catch. That's a massive wicket. He gets another one. Majid at the end of his second over. Asif out for 33 as Nepal lose their second on 92.
That was a good catch there. Ganesh didn't move much. And that's the big wicket of Asif. So both set batters now back to the hut. As Mujib continues to be impressive. 92 for 2 on the board. And that's his second wicket.
2 for 7 off 2 overs. He's been a destroyer for Qatar. Captain. Ikram Mullah might wish he could bowl more than 4 at this rate. He's bowled half his allotted. And bowling from the danger end as well. He's bowling from the Argyle Street end, which can give up plenty of runs to the short boundary. Hasn't mattered. He's got both openers now after 8. Nepal 92 for 2.
Left armer versus a left-hander. This is a contest that the batter enjoys a lot.
And the Qataris have realised that. They're rolling the changes deep. Wicket goes back onto the ropes. Nash moves around a deep square. Straight up push back to start with for Bashir.
It's going to be a dot delivery.
Wide of the crease again, pushing across the body. Sure if the appeal was to try to get away with the wide. It was a safe delivery though, inside the trams.
That was a pretty good delivery there.
Maybe he thought he heard an edge or something. It's another dot. It's a bit straighter this time. Protection out at cow corner. They're going to push for 2? No, they are not, which is wise, though the throw was a little wild.
That was not the best of throws, but just another single. Has been a conservative approach from Rohit. Scored 8 of 9.
We saw that with Ikram Mullah as well in the first innings. Was happy to go at about strike rate of 50, but then accelerated. Talks of 2. Not available again.
Just another single there. $57 from 67. That's the remaining equation out here.
The dulcet tones of Ting Kwong Road behind us. The horns have started for Wednesday. Another single to finish off. Another tidy over. Just the 4 runs coming from it. Nepal moved to 96 for 2. 1 over left before the drinks break.
That was a good over there from Bukhari. It's 2 overs, none for 9. 2 new batters. Relevantly, you've got Rohit and Basir. Combination of a right.
He's been devastating off two.
He's been very impressive. The way he has bowled.
Pitch, he's just managed to starts that one just outside the off. Another dot in the books. Been a number of left-handers bowling today.
It's a day for the left armers.
We're happy. Outside off. Very good ball.
Not a good delivery there. Quicker through the air. Zipping it in. And a good take by the keeper as well.
Followed it nicely. 4 balls left to the drinks break. That one a little bit shorter, so pulled away through cow corner. Only for 1. 2 for 8.
Into his third over, Mujib has looked in good control. Bowled the first over in the power play. It was the last over of power play. Picked up that big wicket. Kushal Bhurtel.
Back to around the wicket from the left arm. Mujib. Rohit just toe pokes it. Mujib having to do his own fielding. One not stopped. He knew that was gone if it hit.
That was a close one. A direct hit. And the batter would have been struggling. It was Basir at the danger end. Let's have a better look at this one. Ooh, how did that miss? He's been impressive.
He's going to do it all. Mujib trying to hit one stump and was not far away from trapping Bashir a few feet short. Rohit just pushes that one out to a wideish long off for a single. One ball left before the drinks break. And a lot more runs on the board. That's 100 up for Nepal. They have done it a lot quicker than Qatar did. Bashir back on straight and goes pretty straight down to long on for a single from it. We're in the drinks break. Nepal 101 for 2, needing another 51 in the final 10 overs.
Well, that's been a good display. The first 10 overs, they've lost a couple of wickets, but it has been something that they will cherish. 101 on the board already. Less than run a ball required to win this contest. It's an aggressive start by the 2 openers, Kushal, alongside the wicketkeeper batter Asif Sheikh. Took the ball.
It brought him up for Tim David.
It's been a lovely morning. We have another game after this. The match number 2 of the India Club alongside Hong Kong Cricket presents Hong Kong Men's T20I Series 2025. It's going to be Hong Kong taking on Kuwait. 1:30 p.m. afternoon start. And we've got both the teams here as well. The Hong Kong batters, Babar Hayat alongside Nazakat. There are a few names there. And the full side of Kuwait is also here on the ground. We'll be watching this contest closely, where Kuwait will be meeting Nepal next. That will be tomorrow. And Qatar goes heads on with the host, Hong Kong. As Bukhari, he continues from the other end. 101 for the loss of 2. In those 10 overs, a required run rate just around 5.10. Very, very gettable. And a very comfortable one. Good delivery there. There's an appeal as well. Quicker. Good take from the keeper. Shazeb. That'll be a dot delivery to start the over, number 11. Wants that single but denied. Good fielding. Good field placement. That's another dot ball. Crunched went straight towards the fielder. Didn't have to move an inch. 3 dot deliveries from Bukhari. He's got that extra covers fielder right inside to save those ones. Want to build up that dot balls. That's a good shot off the back foot. This must be a single. So long off cuts it off. Just the 50 more needed. Now 56 deliveries. Rohit back on strike. It's been worked away. 2 is the call. And they'll settle for the single. Ganesh charging on that one. So has been a run of all innings from the captain of Nepal, Rohit. They know that the requirement is not a big one. Just the 49 now remaining of 55. Chipped away. That's a single. Ganesh has been a busy fielder in the outfield. Nepal to kickstart their campaign. This is the match number 1 from the Tin Kwang Recreation Ground. Four games in total. And Rohit will be wanting his team to get those 2 points and also get a win as soon as possible, which will affect the run rate as well. They want to be at the top. They don't want to take chances. This isn't a very long tournament. Looks like some pace bowling being introduced back for the 12th over. Basir will be on strike. There's going to be Bipin Kumar. None for 24 in his previous overs. That's been worked away. That's a 4. 1 bounce, 2 bounce and a boundary. Just over that backward point region. Using the pace. That little width on offer. Easy pickings. He knew where the fielders were. And that's a 4. 1 bounce. overs. That's where the game slipped away from the hands of Qatar. Didn't have enough runs on the board. Didn't get early wickets as well. That's good length. Hitting it with pace. That's a dot ball. Number 10. Just 42 away from victory, Nepal. Welcome back, Aaron.
Just but that's bread and butter for the T20 eyes.
Any format, I feel that catch should have been taken. Oh, good delivery, but equally well played. Been opening the face of the bat very late.
.4. That's how precise I'm going.
That's pretty precise.
It is very precise, isn't it?
Very precise. I like that. Look to finish it off in the next 4 overs.
Yeah, I think 18 plus was on the cards if that catch was taken, just to break up the partnership. But these two looking pretty set. If
that wicket fell, when I brought in Deepinder Singh Airy.
That's right, we might not get to see his fireworks in this.
It's been pulled away. It's the single. It's Ganesh. It's been very busy in the outfield. We'll get that 1 run in.
I think Nepal are back tomorrow morning as well, up against Kuwait in the morning game. Hong Kong, China playing all afternoon games. Very polite of them, getting the sleep in all 3. And there'll be Nepal playing in the afternoon on Saturday. Qatar tomorrow afternoon against Hong Kong, China.
Yeah, they'll be getting that rest on Friday. The much needed one after 2 games, back to back.
And us. We get a day off. Well, you get a day off. That's nice. I'll be off calling it an MCC outmatch.
Oh, that's great.
50 over match on Friday.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and then come back here. Couple of games with you and Jay Dancing Honey joining us on Saturday.
Oh, that'll be great.
And then you and Jay doing the finals while I do another MCC outmatch. Just 5 days of cricket commentary in a row.
Yeah.
8 games, no problem.
Yeah.
Walk in the park.
And then I'll be flying back.
Yeah. And quick tour. I'm so glad that you've joined us coming in.
Thank you. It's always been a pleasure joining you.
A little short from Bakari. Won't be any damage done. I don't know about you, but after all that fireworks of that power play, I feel like it's the energy's sapped out a little bit here.
We could feel that in the calling as well. First 6 overs, very eventful. A little sign of aggression there, dancing down. Just a single though.
Maybe it's starting to get a bit annoyed with only singles. He came a long way down, but again didn't middle it. Run a ball for the captain. The previous captain was going at a run every 2 balls at about the same time.
That was off the edge, but just a single. As Jobber
It brought him up for Tim David.
Okay, it's no deep third in place. That should fly away for four. It does. As it races away. Swinging hard, finding the outside edge. Had the third inside. Again, opening that blade. He's done that a few times this year. No worries. Clears the infield and drop third back. Ball chasing again from Qatar. 15 off 27 now. All of a sudden,
Who will win today? Get expert predictions, stats, and analysis before the match starts. Visit Stykes Sports. Stats and analysis before the match starts. Visit Stykes Sports.
It brought him up for Tim David.
Who will win today? Get expert predictions, stats, and analysis before the match starts. Visit Stykes Sports.
It brought him up for Tim David.
Who will win today? Get expert predictions, stats, and analysis before the match starts. Visit Stykes Sports.
It brought him up for Tim David.
Who will win today? Get expert predictions, stats, and analysis before the match starts. Visit Stykes Sports.
के छ साथीहरू? के छ दोस्त? हा 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 हा
at it for more long, but there's a lot of games coming up in the future as well. What's your plan on this wicket? What do you expect of it? What's your point to win? I know. Tomorrow is our second match. But plan is just to win every match. Winner is with it. Let's have a good one. Keep performing. Let's see. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Well, that was the player of the match, Kushal Burkle. And that's the end from this, but that's not the end of action today. We have the host, Hong Kong, taking on Kuwait for the next one. We'll see you with that one.
It brought him up for Tim David.